So this is my character, Konrad, or Summer. It all depends on the context. I made them all the way back in 2022. And yeah, it has been a while since said creation, but now I kind of draw my goober all the time. But yeah, this is Konrad or Summer, and for the past several months, I have been working on a partial fursuit. Okay, so you might be wondering why I'm even trying to make a fursuit when I don't know what I'm doing. But basically, my friends and I, we went to a, con. And we went to this panel that involved, fursuit making and, the furry community. And, I don't know, I thought it was pretty cool. I'm just gonna make a little guy and hopefully it works out. Look at this thing. It comes with a bread tag. Yo, oh my god, wait. So I'm gonna do what they call a bucket head base, where it's literally looks like a bucket and then you cut the eyes and stuff out. I ran into my first mistake. So here's the YouTuber that I'm looking at. I did these upside down. Here's my second thing. Hopefully this will work. Okay, so this is the current state of the room. It is a little after 10 p.m. But I have this being the third attempt. So first off, I seem to make his eyes and everything a little bit bigger. And then what you do is you'll glue this kind of to the rim. It is technically lined not correctly, but this is kind of what the idea is behind it. Okay, so when I do that, I can actually see really well out of this. But if I can find some of that material online, yeah, I'm going to do some research. It kind of looks like a duck right now. It's a thingamabob! Look what I can do. Wait. So, the nose is a blind spot, which, honestly, that is what it is, I think. But, that side. So, I have this stuff called paper clay, and I figured that I could start working on some teeth. And I also have some references pulled up here. So if I am to do that, would it show the teeth? Yes, but it would just be a matter of making it way bigger, and obviously way nicer. Okay, so for context, I'm about 5 foot something. I don't think that's a yard unless fabric measures stuff differently, but here's my goober, and here is a bottle of gesso. If you put these two together, they're a pretty similar size. So I'm gonna first trace this guy. Look, because she totally thinks everything is all unicorns and rainbows and there's little stars. Oh my god, it's Konrad. I plan on going to Joann's hopefully tomorrow and actually buying some fabric. Okay, so update. I did not get fabric from Joann's because they are selling everything all at once because they're closing, and I did not want to spend $100 on fabric that I wasn't gonna use. Guess what? I got fabric from Hobby Lobby. This has little flowers on it and I thought it'd be really cute. This is just normal white fleece, I guess. My goober is marked out. I'm watching this video. Let's see, where's my arrow? Who is this? It's them again. Ugh. I think she has a good personality. And I stripped out all of her teeth and stuff because I want to fabric her mouth. This is attempt number 2. Oh wait, here's her little nose. She looks like a zombie right now, but hopefully it'll get better. Oh, okay, I did this off camera because it's kind of, I wanted to. I sewed the ear. It's an ear. I don't know what I did, but somehow, someway, sewing this final piece on, I like twisted this around something and I don't know. Here's to round 2. Why are you not, okay, I'm about to crash out. All of the white bits have been sewn together, which leads me to tomorrow's project, where, I think I want to redo the pink, because there's this gap here, and I didn't do seam allowance. It's almost done. Ish. I gotta do the lips, but, you know. Road trip! So I have a rough pinning, I guess that's a word, of the lips, and okay, they're not as bad as the previous attempts. I'm not gonna put it on there tonight because I don't want to, because like what if I messed it up? So I did some little test, I guess. I don't know if they're called swatches or what on fabric. These will be like those little whisker dot thingies, like like this. That sticks there with Velcro. it has occurred to me that it would probably be easier to just glue all the fabric down before gluing the teeth into the mouth. Here's my little test muzzle, I guess. Hot glue seems to be just fine. I was very wary of it. I mean, I know that's what most people use for fursuit, I guess, gluing, but like, I'm not using the correct fur, technically. I these aren't quite big enough, or maybe I slightly messed up the proportions of this guy, but I'm gonna do a little rim around the eye, and then I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna do that. So I've done at least 2, maybe 3 renditions of the eyebrows, and I honestly don't like any of them. But I think that I might try and go for something more like this route, where it's less of like a real pattern and more of just like sewing 2 pieces together and then adding fluff. So I had to go to 3 separate stores for these magnets. I finally found them at Home Depot. I was gonna glue them, but they don't like it. They want to connect to each other. So I think my best bet will be sewing them into like a little pouch. I don't know if I like it or not, but I've spent like 2 hours, over 2 hours today, working on these eyebrows. She's like, judging me, girl! I'm gonna do another set of them eyebrows with this pink fabric, and you'll see in a bit why. These are the gaudiest things I could have ever made, but if this is not Konrad, I don't know what is. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more thing with her head, being slightly lightening up the eye scleras, because if you look at them, around the iris is pretty muddy. I also added Mod Podge, but I forgot to record. Okay, so I think my head is mostly done. I am gonna do a couple of structural things on the inside, and I'll probably tweak like a few more things here and there. But with that, we will move on to part 2. This is what I'm doing instead of math. The foam is slightly exposed, so I'm gonna make it a little bit wider so I can cover these up. I have a rough draft. And I want to do some Velcro in the front so I can take it off a little bit easier. Hi, chat. So today on What is Ella Doing? I am going to try to like do the shoulder chest piece thingies, and apparently the only way to do this without a pattern is to like make a pattern out of your chest or something. I have plastic wrap. I have duct tape and masking tape. I haven't even opened this box yet, so I probably should. I've done some little doggy doodles. That thing. And I gotta figure it out. So I think I'm gonna just cut these out as a test, because I have a whole roll of duct tape. I have a whole banner of paper. I think I'll be all right. So everything is sewn, but I am gonna hem this down so it doesn't fray at the edge. I have pinned things. I'm also playing with the zipper idea. So I'm gonna be like that horror story dog with the zipper in its neck. I'm gonna wrap my neck a second time to match this up a little bit better. I should probably have looked up more tutorials, but ow. What is happening? I am overcomplicating this neck way too much. So I think I could just cut out a pattern, hopefully, with paper, because I am not doing all that again. Whoops. I'm gonna add a dart to the back of the back to help it kind of not be all like up. Say hi to the puppy. Woof woof. I think I just need to like start over on the shoulder parts because I don't really know what's happening. I think my issue is that this thing is smaller than that. I added like 3 inches to the back. I'm just doing this big old red spot here because, yeah. There's like an inch difference between each side. This one is slightly tucked underneath versus this one where it's not as. And that in theory should make the bottom even. And I'm gonna take out this lining because I don't like it anymore because I have a new idea. Scrap fabric. It happens to have a nice little curve right here. I think these are meant for seam cutting, but I'm gonna use it to cut this. Measure the little triangle bits. I think they are 6 across, 6 down. Oh wait, that's equilateral, okay. I'm gonna sew these pleats, I don't know what they are. Sew those down. But yeah, this should make the neck, shoulders lie way flatter. So I have this fabric that I'm gonna reline everything with. It's flannel that my grandma let me take, so thank you. So to start, I have roughly a yard of this. I'm hoping at least it'll be enough for this project. I didn't want to do the math to like, you know, find a 22-inch whatever circle, and I didn't want to draw it out. So I just traced this like plate that I have in the dorm because it fit over my head. Look at this. Yeah. So we got my head out of the way, ignore that. I'm gonna do some beading on the neck, or this lower part of the neck. There's not much because a lot of it is pink. So it has occurred to me about 3/4 through sewing the zipper that it would be easier to do the lining when this is flat. But because I've sewn the zipper, I can no longer put it flat. I'm gonna do this corset style, I'm doing it section at a time because I can't line this full thing all at once. I've tried. So we're gonna do it like this, starting from the zipper and just going out. Oh my god, the neck is done. I am tired. My arms are sore. I still have to do the paws. Yeah, let's put on the puppy dog here. Okay? So yeah, here's the neck. It's finally finished after way too long. And with this, we will move on to part 3. Okay, so technically I have another attempt at the paws that I did all the way back in July, maybe. I'm gonna play some of those clips and then I'm gonna restart. So I think I'm gonna make the liner with this little baby blanket that I thrifted, cause this is all I have left of the other lining material, which is not enough. I forgot that the wrist is way thinner than your hand. Here's this. It's very big. Now the issue with my last attempt is that I just like cut it out 2D, forgetting that, you know, your hands and paws are 3D objects. I don't want to buy a pattern for this. I want to try it myself. So I'm just gonna go from here and see how it works. I refreshed on some tutorials. I'm overthinking this way too much. I'm just gonna trace this side, mirror it onto that side. From what I've seen with the fingers, it's like you do this thing and there's a dart, and I'm gonna try and make it. On a side note, I'm almost out of thread. Ooh. Ooh. I think it's close enough. I'm doing a stuffing test, so you can stuff the fingers with stuffing between the fabric and the inner lining, so it gives them a little more oomph. I removed all my stuffing. I'm gonna play with some snap ideas. Konrad doesn't really have nails. They got burned off. But they wear fake nails. So I thought it could be really fun to like have snap-on nails. Both of these look bad. I could do what I did with the tongue, where I just like put a wash over the flower fabric. Roadkill. Okay, so my paws are mostly done-ish. I just need to do the cuff. My grandma gave me some unicorn fabric, and although it obviously would be like a very small part of this, oh my god, I think I'm gonna do it. Fold it down this edge so it won't fray. Other edge as well. It's time to make the claws. But what I want to do here is sew them to a little tiny piece of fabric so it kind of gives it a little more surface area for the glue to stick to. Okay, so now that I know that I can put them on here, I can take them. Oh wait, that one broke off. So the nails themselves are fine, but the glue I have to work on. Now it fits like that. It's a little bit better, and I think I'm gonna try hot glue next. It works way better now. The next question is, do I want to use paint or do I want to use nail polish? It's like a little circus clown and I love it. I still have like at least 2 more layers to go on these things. But yeah, I guess I'll update you when it's done. Hopefully, please. I think these are as done as I'm gonna get them. They make a fun noise. I don't quite know what configuration I want yet, but that's why they can snap on and off. These things take a second to put on because they're tight. Because again, I didn't account that your wrist is smaller than your hand. Let me make sure they're all going the right direction. And they have bells. Whoops. Anyways, the paws are done, so we will move on to part 4. Hi, it's January 1st, 2026. I have not worked on my dog since Thanksgiving break, but I have Marcus. He's my little critter, and I'm gonna start the tail. Clothing hanger for the base, and I'm gonna use a strip of elastic to put it around my waist. Hear me out. It could have a little clasp like this, like a bra. If you've never seen a bra before, they have clasps. I unwound my clothing hanger. So there wasn't really a point to this, but now there's a tailbone, I guess. I don't have any great examples for my current sketchbook, but with Konrad's tail, it kind of like, it starts out white and then it kind of like radiates into pink. And then it kind of like fizzles out a little bit. And I think it'd be fun to play around with that in 3D. So I plan on having things kind of gradient out from the pink part, but obviously that's not, again, not realistic. So I'm just gonna do like patches of pink until it progressively kind of fades out. Kind of like stippling.
Piggledy, piggledy, schmiggity poo.
Okay. I just remember that I had all of this foam that I can build up the shape with. thinking the yarn will add some like surface area that you could not get with just plain metal. No, I did not just think of this. It was planned the whole time, as is everything else. God, that looks so gross. I, totally forgot that you were supposed to do some of the patterning while it's actually on its thing. I'm just gonna leave these as an experiment. We'll see what happens. Fabric is nice and pinned and happy. Gonna cut it out and then I will start sewing probably tomorrow. First, we are going to sew darts. Beep, beep, beep. I'm redoing this little guy because I messed up the darts. This is how it's supposed to look. I don't know what I did there. I just started sewing and I put this on the wrong side. Here's my stuff. I went crazy and cleaned most of my room. I still need to vacuum, but that's for after I do all this. Bye. Oh my god, I gotta stop. No, my bead! Here is a pin check. I just stuck it all on here. I'm gonna add some more beads, like kind of through this middle part. I am going to ladder stitch these. I just did like a little test just to see how that would look. Little bead tweezers. I'm gonna see if I can like put these in the end. Oh, that didn't really work too well. I have a tail now. I have a tail. I have some, I think it's like 1 inch. I have some like 1 inch elastic that I'm gonna use for the waist, I think. I have this really old shirt. I figured I could use this to wrap around the waistband. Forgot to do this. I need to measure my waist so I know how to actually cut the fabric. I'm cutting everything out on a totally different piece of fabric because the yellow is annoying me too much, and these are cute. This is scrap fabric from my grandma. Thank you again! I'm gonna freight check the edges. The stove is off. I am not doing it on that desk because that is not my property and I don't know what freight check will do to a desk. I am going to use a slightly thinner piece of elastic. Yeah, it's like just thinner. It's naturally doing this and I don't know why. Crisis mostly averted. I don't really know what happened here. I just think it's kind of funny. We're almost in. Haha. This works. It works. It works. I have at least one reference. It's time to start hook and eye stuff. Go ahead and sew these little guys over. I'm just gonna let that line stay there because it seems to like it that way. Here's one side. I did a rough back stitch, I think. If we look at our reference again, I think that's how I want them to go. I'm using this because the stuff is getting so thick that I need some extra grip on that needle. Use that. They fit. My hand is cramped up, but it's done! Okay, so I've been going back and forth and want to do to the end of the tail. I think I just want to like make this one piece with like the hole through there. I just kind of cut this out, no pattern or anything. And I'm gonna ladder stitch it. 2.5. 2. I'm being stupid, so I gotta fix this. The tail is done. Here's the tail. My little waistband. So we will move on to part 5. As of now, I'm working on the paw pads, but there's another part of this project I can be working on. I'm gonna make a star bag out of this bag that I thrifted. However, there's beads in it. Case in point, there's beads in my bag. They're supposed to be in here, but it's a little Trader Joe's bag, and it has like all this stuff on the outside that I thought was really fun. I want to make a star bag, and there are specific measurements up there required for the con. Now it's just gonna be like a basic little tote bag, but okay, Konrad really likes stars, so I thought it could be really cute to make a star bag. 9. It's technically 10.5 by 4 inches. I'm not worrying about that part, but I just need it to hold phone, wallet, hand sanitizer, and maybe some stickers. I forgot that I'd be wearing pants, so maybe just like my wallet. But even then, my wallet is stupid and big, so it might just be like, I don't know, my debit card and maybe like some cash. I'm doing this teal thing. I'm gonna do what I did with Paws and mirror this side onto that side. Here's my janky little star. I think this is where the 10.5 matters. I could probably shorten the bottom a little bit. This puts it right at where it's supposed to be. I want to add some like DIY-ness or whatever to this. And you know, the toaster, it's fine, but there needs to be something there. So I'm gonna cut out something else from here and then I'm gonna sew it. I'm so excited! There's just enough of this left to do 1/2. I am so happy! Yay! Do you have 99 red balloons on here?
Yes.
Yeah. 999 Luftballons or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my thing on the back. I have an Instagram account. 15 plus. Here's my bag. I have it stuffed full of stuff right now, but we're done. So that leads us to